Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News.
Monday, Friday. Come on, come on. Come on, that's the dance now. Come on.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show.
Let's start this show. Good morning. Good morning, crew. Good morning. I'm out of breath. I literally ran upstairs to get my coffee. I forgot. And it was cold. I had to put it in the microwave. And I said, shit. Oh. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We are back. And today's going to be a little short. I ain't going to keep you a long time, but we got some stuff to talk about. Before I get to that, I genuinely want to say from the bottom of my heart to everyone who subscribes to the channel, thank you so much. Thank you. That's it. Thank you. Your support is the reason I keep coming back. Nothing fades me. Nothing phases me. I'm going to always keep coming back down here. It never matters to me because I put up a post on my community wall yesterday because, you know, I'm not even calling you a subscriber. I'm calling you like the King Roman News channel number 2, second person to go to. Thank you so much for reminding me to always show appreciation. Someone brought it to my attention, like, you got 4,000 subscribers. And I saw that, but I didn't really think nothing of it until I realized, like, yo, you really do. I'm always thinking, like, oh, you got to have 10, you got to have, no. I started from like 1,000 and we're at 4,000. So thank you all for who's joining the channel, who's watching, who's subscribing. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. And for the folks who sent me Cash Apps yesterday, I mean, like, oh my fucking God, thank you. I'm sitting like, oh shit. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you all. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be here. We're going to keep building and growing. You know, it's funny because I look at some of these stories. I'm like, we talked about that. And I'll go back to the video and I'm like, wow. And so it's good to have this history we got going here. You know, 2025, we're going to be talking about stories we uncovered this year. So I ain't going nowhere. Shout out to you all. Thank y'all for making me feel like I can just come do this no matter what story it is. Thank you. And I appreciate that. And to the fellow content creators who also support me and share me out and show me love and all that good stuff, know that it does not go unnoticed. I appreciate the love and support. And I always say this, karma is twofold. Like, y'all content creators are on the up and up right now. It's your time. But there's a time when it's going to flip. And I want you to know I'll never forget, ever, where the fuck I started and got my humble beginnings from. I know exactly where. I know exactly who. I'll always go up and support and show you love. So I want to let everybody know that Roman feels good about his channel. There were some things I wanted to share with y'all behind the scenes about what's going on with me. Yes, your boy is getting attacked behind the scenes. Currently, I was going to share this on Sunday, but I was advised not to. But there are several folks who've been sending certain videos, certain things that I've been saying to my employer. To my employer. They said, we about to get you, Roman. Roman, we finna get you. We gonna take you down. I'm like, what? Okay. So I was notified about it. Things were discussed, changes were made, and we're moving forward. I'm not finna give anybody any content, no material, no nothing. You're not finna get me coming out here. Oh, well, fuck no. And what changed about what I'm doing over here? Nothing. We're gonna continue doing that. That's why I wanted to thank y'all. Thank you so much. That's why I come and do what I do. Same way I explain to other people. That's why. And you'll notice when I started the show last week and this week, I said certain things. Let me make sure I say this. The words that I'm saying, the things that I'm expressing today are my views. No one that I'm in partnership with. No one I'm in business with. All of those things for a reason. Because your boy is being attacked. Now, I don't know who it, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to act naive right now. I'm going to be a little naive, okay? But y'all going to see me. We ain't going nowhere. We still here. So thank you. Shout out to the crowd. Just wanted to make sure y'all knew. I wanted to front and bottom of my heart. All right, so now going right into that, I need to make sure I say my disclaimer. Of course, a copyright disclaimer. Any material I use here will be for criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Again, any opinions of clips that I use in this show today on this broadcast, those are their opinions, not solely mine. Any opinions in the chat that I may read, they are their opinions, and my opinions are my opinions, okay? They don't reflect anybody who's in association with King Roman News. And the opinions on this channel are from King Roman News, the content creator. All right, y'all. What's popping? Good morning, Chef Don. What up? Somebody else I look at. So admirable. I need to get my backup channel popping too. I see you got one going. I need to get me one going too, because you know how things are going around here. Shout out to Chef Don. If y'all have not checked out his channel, please go over there and give that man a like and a subscribe. When I tell you he does coverage up to the minute, I mean, he be over there going live, and I'd be so mad. Oh, I can't even go live. And so, shout out to you, Chef Don. Definitely motivation. Tisa, good morning. Alfreda, good morning. Jay Parrish, good morning to you. Look at this green. Good morning. Naries, what up, boo? What up? Tanya McNeil, good morning. Thank you for being here. Brick Girl, hey, boo. Darling Tiana, good morning. Yes, sir. Thank you. AKA Alfreda. Celebrate. That's what it is. It really is all about celebrating each milestone. Because sometimes you forget to even celebrate it because you trying to compete somewhere else. And I didn't do my 2,000. I didn't do my 3,000. And finally I'm like, oh, let's do 4,000. And we're going to do 5,000. And we're going to do 6,000 and 7. We're going to keep doing it. You know, we're going to make it a thing. So shout out to y'all for making that a thing. For getting me to 4,000 subscribers. Like, it's weird because I look at my YouTube studio and I say, if I say something, this is how I think. If I say something about it, all the subscribers going to unsubscribe to get me underneath 4,000. Because you know why? I'm operating in the mindset of a place that I think that I'm still operating in. And I need to step outside of that and realize that, no, you're a content creator on YouTube and you dibble and dab in different sectors, but still remember, this is a business enterprise too. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate it. Oh, baby. Brick Girl, baby. Oh, baby. They coming after your boy. Oh, baby. Yes. I rebuke you, baby. Miss Toby, they coming after your boy. Callie popping. What's good? Good morning. There go my boo, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. And you know, Bobby, you were like one of our late gatekeepers that came to the game. Most of the folks that I got here, I've known for like a little bit long. And you, I don't know which show or when you came around, but let me let you know that I really appreciate your support, both on YouTube, off YouTube, all of that. I really do appreciate your support. And given the content and the context we're talking about things, and you give your opinion, whether it's cited or not cited, I appreciate that. Welcome. Please stay around. Please stick around. I appreciate you so much, Bobby. We have a lot in common. Someone is doing the same. Just got my monetization back. I had 50 reports of bullying and harassing. That's crazy. Good morning, Miss Cheesy Mac. I got it. Hey, Miss Baker. Thank you for coming through. Hot Spicy Tea. Hey, Brooke. What up, Brooke? I'm going to say this. I don't know if I'm getting in trouble, but you know, I'll be in the clouds. It was so good to see you and Rita having that camaraderie yesterday. So I'm going to say, I ain't saying nothing else, but it was so good. I said, now look at this. It was so good. I like that. Why haven't I been watching you? And I'll be watching you. Kings Mina, good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for coming through. So thank y'all for being here. Yeah, so just know, crew, the way I've been moving and operating now is in a place of understanding that I have folks out there that'll record or get a minute mark, and they will send it to my job. I had 12 videos with minute marks sent to my job with, quote, this is what he's talking about here. This is what he's talking about here. Yes. 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 At first, I was like, "What the fuck am I doing with this shit? What am I gonna do? What I called up all my friends. Yo, gang, what are we gonna do?" And every last one of them told me the same piece of advice, which I'm not gonna share. And I said, "Okay." And baby, we here. And I'm still talking. I think the last report submitted was sometime last week. And I think that was supposed to be the day I wasn't supposed to be, like, I wasn't supposed to go live. I was supposed to be moo, 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 woo, woo, woo. Bitch, I came live like, good morning. You're not going to stop me. And that was the same day I told you all that I gave you the quote of the day that was, always be prepared for the unexpected. Because, baby, I am. You're not going to stop me. What you think? Oh, I'm going to send this to his job. I tell you and I'll tell them. I'm not driven by money. I'm not driven. I'm passionate about my work. I work places because I'm passionate. I do good work because I'm passionate. Now, if you decide that what I'm doing is interfering, then we have a different discussion. But see, when a person is bringing in and doing certain things, there's only so much you can do. Even you recording the video right now, getting ready to timestamp it and send it in. There's only so much you can do. You ain't gonna stop this flow. Maybe I have bills to take care of. I have things to take care of. I'd be damned if I sit here and fall to my, well, I'm supposed to come live. Oh my God, y'all. That goes against everything I am as Roman. Period. My first line of defense is to figure it out. So I can come out here strong as hell. Like, okay, you did that. I'm letting you know that's not working. And remember that I told you all somebody is sending me emails saying I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, I told them go ahead and do it. Do your big one. It's literally what I told them in the email. And then all this shit happened. Then I get all of this. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. Well, at least you gave it a try. Okay, at least you gave it an effort. Run back to your friends or whomever you're working with, because I feel like I know who it is. And you all will be shocked if I ever told you who I think it is, because I assume me and this person was cool. And they're a content creator on YouTube. So, and it was just by luck I found out who it was. I didn't think I was going to get the actual physical copy of the report. And these dummies are just so dumb. How are you filling out a report and you don't decide to use an anonymous email address? Okay, the email might not have your name, but when I put the email in Google, guess what comes up? All these different reviews you've done. So by reasonable deducting, I'm starting to look at the area and I'm like, I'll be damned. So I want you to sit around. I want you to feel how you feel and we'll see. But it ain't going to be content from me. You ain't going to get nothing from me. I just want you to wallow. Maybe next year at this time I'll talk about it and I'll put some sauce on it. But nah, bruh. What you thought I was going? He going to get fired. I've been in my career for about 13 years and I've never been fired. Catch. You heard? Did you hear it? Catch. 13 years in this career, 2 different organizations, and I've never been fired. Well, this will make 3 different organizations and never been fired. What? Come on now. I know you don't ran my LinkedIn up. I know that. I'm LinkedIn Premium, so I know who's watching my profile. I know you know that. So it is what it is. I'm just letting you know. You know, I was gonna share this with y'all on Sunday, but I was like, it don't work for me. I ain't going. You ain't moving me. I'm doing too much big shit over here. And the thing, the sad part about it is, the videos you're showing to people, they actually start watching the content. Oh, I remember that. I'm sitting here looking like, look at this shit. This is why I do this. This is why I do this kind of show. Because, see, I can talk all the shit I want, but I'm still news reporting. I'm still being informational. I'm still providing a service. That's what I'm doing. I always tell them, watch to the end. You see, now you notice why I get to the end and I'm always, so in summary, you all, it's for a reason. Catch. You thought it was just, no, baby, strategic to my socks. I am. You're not going to get me on your best day. Keep trying. You were better off just coming out here telling everybody where I worked at and putting the number out there and having them. You were better off doing that. Now it's a little too late. Because not only do they know this, they know your shit too. Not that you work for them, but see, they understand now the optics of it and what's really going on. So don't redirect, bro, because I know exactly who it is. That's all I'm saying. Redirect, bro. Catch. I'm not a good opponent to try to go against. Not here, none. It ain't nothing you could do. And I know all your tea. Anyways, let's get into the show. I just had to let y'all know. Like, people be saying you ain't going through shit. No, nigga, I be going. I just don't approach it like you. I'm not finna do all of that. I got a whole career in longevity. I got years in the game doing what I'm doing. You think about to just now all of a sudden go haywire because one person decided to fuck it up for me? No. You just open the door, which means that I need to make it very clear. So, shout out to the crew, y'all. Shout out to the crew. Just wanted to keep y'all posted. Baby, what? I know they need to quit playing with your coin. That's what they want to do. Castro, what up? Castro, good morning. Good morning, Miss Juicy Reviews. Thank y'all for being here this morning. We finna get right into the show. Shell Burnett, it's good to see you. And yes, please hit that like button on y'all way in. Oh my God. Why do these people, weird ass people, try and comfort? And literally, y'all see my channel. Y'all see the kind of viewership I get. Y'all see the kind of love I get. What I get right now, I got foundational folks. My subscribers are foundational folks. I'm not at the point where I have excess subscribers or a bunch of subscribers. So everybody that watch me are folks who fuck with Roman, and then people who don't. That's why I'll be like, drop down in the chat and say hi so I can recognize you. So what could you be jealous of, or what could make you so mad? What? I talk shit in the chat a couple times? Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, do what you got to do. It ain't gonna change nothing over here. I'm still gonna talk shit in the chat. Probably be in your chat talking shit. Just keep doing what you gotta do. You would have to literally, I'm not even gonna give you what you would have to do to take me down. But I know what to take you down, and it ain't even coming after you. It's not even coming after you per se. Nope. And I'm not even gonna do that. Because that's not the lane I'm operating in. It's the fucking King Roman News channel. We talk about everything and anything going on in the world, not you. I'm gonna have a backup channel soon where I'm gonna pull a. I ain't gonna talk about her, but I'm gonna do an uncut channel similar to somebody else. They had like I'm gonna do a King Roman News uncut where we can get nitty and gritty over there, and then it's under that auspices, and we'll call that comedy and parody. So everything will be under the auspices of comedy. I'm over here. These are jokes. This is nothing serious. And those who do that kind of stuff, you need to know, put that kind of language in your material before you do it, because it'll save you when you get down the road. Trust me. I'm not saying it for no reason. Just trust me. Because they will try to get you. For real, for real. King Roman, thank you. But I was excited too until someone. I saw that. I did see that. I saw it in her title. I'm like, here we go. I'm gonna rock with my. Okay. Listen. It's both, especially when y'all both sound just alike. Every time I hear y'all live, I'm like, nothing but Baltimore. Baltimore girls. Baltimore girls. I would love to know who was it. Right up under your nose. Some people need something to do. Why mess up your livelihood? Who gets satisfied from that? Be encouraged. I am. That Shanquilla story is when I started. Oh, okay. Thank you. And you've been rocking ever since. Thank you, Risa. Hey, boo, pretty chocolate girl. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Petty, petty, petty. Stop lying TV. What's popping? What's popping? We need a king. Yes. We're gonna get that popping. We might start our Sunday wake and breathe with that. Please drop down so we can show some love on you. Please do. All right, crew. So let's get into today's show. So y'all can see I titled today's show. Okay. Today's show is, are you serious right now? Now, I got a couple stories, and we got to get through these stories. And I want to say, we're going to be discussing topics, and you're going to see some videos and clips that might be emotionally triggering. And you might see some things that might cause you to want to do something. Please know that you're doing that at your own risk. I am not advising you to do anything, go out to the world to do anything. This is all commentary and news reporting, okay? So the first thing I want to get into is, there's nothing else to be said, y'all. It happened like I said it was gonna happen. Tory Lanez ass has been sentenced to prison, not jail, prison. And there's no claps about this, there's no none of that about this. It's the case. It's the fucking case. Baby, you got Black Twitter divided. Everybody is up in arms. Some people say he should have got 13. He should have got the max 22. The judge was like, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to go down the middle and give him 10. And so we're here. So I want to give y'all some details that I may not have heard talked about on the street, but it's worth noting. So one, he has 10 years. The max was 22 and 8 months, but unfortunately he got his 10 years. He pushed out a statement yesterday, and what he was saying was, if I could turn back the series of events that night and change them, the victim was my friend. The victim is someone I still care for to this day. Everything I did wrong that night, I take full responsibility for. My answer to what he just said, y'all gonna see later real quick, just real quick. So that was his statement. Now, the judge basically said, I'm handing down his sentence, and said that he rejected the defense's claims that Mr. Lane suffered from PTSD and that he had weighed Mr. Lane's conduct after the shooting with his lack of criminal history and record of community service, saying sometimes good people do bad things. Actions have consequences. There are no winners. I certainly knew that the attorneys automatically assume, how are you telling us that your client suffers from alcoholism, childhood trauma, PTSD, all of this stuff after a verdict has been rendered? We heard nothing of this during the trial, which leads you to believe that that's an ego trip. Now, when everything is thrown up against you, you'll have no problem coming out. Yeah, I was an alcoholic. Yeah, I had childhood trauma. Damn near if you had to tell them that, yeah, I used to date men. If you had to, that's what it gave me. You just throwing everything out. Yeah, I was a Milli Vanilli. I wasn't even me on them sounds. You got to feel bad for me. Why we didn't get none of that during, it could have helped us a little, not me, but it would have helped. Your Honor, my client suffers from alcoholism, and we have reason to believe that his behavior was triggered by some symptoms of his diagnosis. Now we're going down another path. Whoa, get a doctor in here. Maybe we can talk. We didn't get none of that. You wanted to paint this picture as I ain't do it. You didn't even take a plea deal. I ain't do it. I'm big bad. You ain't putting me down for nothing. I ain't do it. You ain't talking to me. And now we're talking to you, and you have 10 years. Do I feel bad? No, I don't. If it was Megan, would I feel bad? No. I would say the same thing to Megan. Your ass out here running around talking about you the stallion, you shoot folks. Get your ass in there. So it'll be 2033 when he's out. Do you think he will be relevant then? I sort of feel like his career is done. The peak of it. Anything else would be features. Maybe it might be an album, but I don't think he has that magic. I didn't feel like he had the magic before. He got a couple good cuts, but he ain't never give me Drake appeal. So this will be interesting. Now everybody keep asking, is he gonna get deported? Well, get the facts right first, okay? Deportation comes after he serves his sentence. So there's no even discussion about him being deported right now. After he serves his 10 years, if he's, they consider all things. What was your good serve? Did you serve in good faith? Were you being good? I guess he was holding a prayer circle the other day. Are you holding prayer circles? All of those things will weigh on whether this man will be deported. And I think also the likelihood that he has family still staying in the United States that rely on him to take care of them, that's going to weigh on the judge as well. Because it's almost as if you're the bread owner. So you have to go to work to provide for. So that might weigh on him. Yeah, you can stay here as long as you work, meaning you need the music and all that good stuff. I see him pushing out music while he's in jail. Here's the thing. It's not a problem. You have to give it some time. And because if you come out here doing the exact same thing you did to Megan, taunting her, you putting stuff in your lyrics, think about your deportation, bruh. I'm not your attorney, but I want somebody in your ear telling you, think about your deportation. Your next song should be a Christ-like song. You really should link up with about the Pointer Sisters. No. You really should link up with somebody in the industry and make a record. Seek out Kanye. I don't want to hear nothing about anything, nothing on nothing. And again, I don't feel bad for you. I'm sad that you had your attorneys didn't seem like they pushed you enough to make the right decisions throughout the case. Somebody else also agreed. This girl here, she says on Twitter, I don't know. I understand 10 plus years if she died, but I don't know. That's excessive as fuck. Well, she could have died. What if she did die? Then it was 10 years or plus? Well, the maximum for just what he did was 22. So you're mad all the way around, sister. You gonna be mad. It was 22 and he got 10. Having a good lawyer behind you can get you off or reduce sentences on some horrible crimes. The justice system has a lot of loopholes. So the fact that he did every move wrong is just impressive, honestly. No one can convince me his lawyers liked him. And then someone else says the ambulance chasers he hired didn't advise him to take the plea because they wanted as many billable hours as possible. Now guys doing a 10. And that's the thing. He had a lot of couple options. Take a plea. You did it. You could have did 4 years, community service, probation, good time. They would have waived it 3 years. But you just didn't want to go on record as saying you did it. You're guilty. And remember, live a lie or tell the truth yesterday? And I said, man, you should just be telling your fucking truth. Now we're here. Now we're here in this situation. So, no plea. You got 10. No possible parole. No probation. And then, of course, I told y'all yesterday his attorneys are going to try to an appeal. And so his attorney says they plan to appeal the verdict and to attempt to have him released on bail while they do. What is okay? Here we go. I think he needs, at this point, you shouldn't even be picking your own attorneys. You need to hire a firm to pick your attorneys for you. This is crazy. So he's been 10 years. Some people don't think it's unbelievable. I was watching my radio yesterday, and I understand being a fan of an artist and really seeing it from one side, but sometimes you've just got to let go for the sake of your own brand, for the sake of your own longevity. Like, you're going to be here bask Tory Lanez. Give it a rest. It happened. I'm just saying move on. This is to a lot of content creators who's going, unless you paying for the next attorney, why do you care? Like, for real, for real. So that's our Tory Lanez. It's over with, y'all. It's done. It's done. The only next thing we should be hearing, couple of things. One, what the attorneys plan to say. Two, I want to know where he's going. What jail in LA is he going to? That's what I would love to know. And then three, I would love the family to come out and give them a little statement. I think they owe the fans of Tory Lanez, to keep them in good graces. I think they owe the fans a statement. Like, thank you all for your support and and we're gonna create a website and just something like that. Show who owns, like, his legacy isn't gone. We still gonna man it. We got it. I think that's worthy. I think they should do something. I would do that if that was my brother. I definitely would come out. First of all, I want to say thank you all for supporting us. And no, we're not going nowhere. Like I always say, I ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. So I think they owe Tory's fans that, because they've been, I find myself going back and forth with one. I was on Threads. I'm like, let me block your ass. There, Threads automatically be allowing people to be your friends. I had to block so many people yesterday. So that's Tory. Now let's get into Alabama Brawl and the update. I know everybody saw the press release yesterday. Baby, I took my notes throughout the whole press release. I was sitting there taking notes. I took my notes, and I'm just like, this is just so interesting, because everything I said on my live about how this was going to play out is coming to fruition. This is why I said we're going to stick them for what it is. A wrong is a wrong. They violated and then they assaulted. Everybody wanted to say, oh, we about to hate crime. Don't fucking do that. Because when you go to a hate crime, right, you have to prove that, right? And if you don't and you let it off, what do you think happens to all the other charges? Out the fucking window. So now we got them stuck on assault. Now this misdemeanor, it's a misdemeanor, it's a class A felony in Alabama, so they only get like a year. But it opens the door to civil suits. What's going to happen in this case is going to give out all of the damaging evidence. It's going to give out all of the players, everybody's name. All of those things are going to come to the light. And then you're able to move forward with a civil suit. So I see it being played that way. Some folks are saying, yeah, the federal government should come behind and do a hate crime. I have no problem with the federal government doing that after the fact. But Alabama and Montgomery Police Department, the folks who feel like they can't provide enough evidence to prove that it's a hate crime, let's just let them go ahead, get them. And then I could see coming behind them using some of the evidence and testimony. I could see that strategy. But right now, I mean, we are at where we are. So I wanted to make sure this is clear. This man's name is Damian Pickett, okay? His name is Damian Pickett. We got to know our people. Damian Pickett. He is the employee that was working at the Harriet, and he was the one assaulted, okay? We got the other suspects, Richard Roberts, Alan Todd, Zachary Shipman. A lot of them we saw the other day. I showed you on the live. They say that possible more charges are to come. One had turned himself in, two haven't. I assume the two younger boys didn't turn themselves in, pending their parents and what they attorneys say, but I think the older man turned himself in. Here we go about the whether this was racially biased. We were unable to present any inciting a riot or racially biased charges at this time. Based on the elements of this crime, those elements did not exist. You have to also remember, when municipalities go in and they do this, they always do that. Sometimes you always see the federal government come in and say, we're going to charge them with hate crimes. And they go through a federal indictment process. So don't give up on it not being charged. Just a lot of people need to see what are the facts of the case. And right now, they don't have it. So the federal government doesn't have it either. Everyone pretty much we need to sit back. What we do know is that they started saying racial epithets, which was recorded on some video. We haven't saw that video, but we know it's recorded. They started the first initial assault. They were clearly in the wrong. We know all those things. So you think, well, why won't they charge it? Evidence. That's all. That's really what it boils down to. So we pretty much know what happened. Damian Pickett, 200 passengers, was on that boat, 30 fucking minutes. Remember, I was saying, ain't no way, 30 minutes. And yes, he was the co-captain on that boat. He got off the boat, went around, tried to untie it. But even if you untie it, don't float away. They got to get in and actually physically move the bad boy. They didn't want to move it, and that's how this began. Now check this out. And I applaud the parents. The 16-year-old parents, they're even out here like the family of a 16-year-old white dock worker is also calling for charges after he was attacked by the white boaters while operating a nearby vessel. Several videos of the fight began circulating the internet. Social media users shared memes, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, now they want to press charges. Let this stuff just start compounding up on them. Now let's get to Reggie Gray. Reggie Gray is the one with the chair, wielding the chair. Okay, he's been identified in the conference. they're asking us to, if we know who he is and where he at, come in and talk. Before I get into that, I want to clear this up because I saw a lot of huffing and puffing and everybody up in their arms about these GoFundMe's for Reggie Gray. Well, King Roman will never give you all a GoFundMe shared on my community wall and then proceed to tell others without doing my proper due diligence and not fact checking. So, before I shared it, I sent an email to GoFundMe. Now, listen, if I work in the world of philanthropy and fundraising. GoFundMe ain't nothing to me. Sending them a message. I know the language and I know exactly what to ask. I got a response. Okay. Now my response came after I posted it on my community wall. It just validated. It made me feel okay, great. One step further, the GoFundMe is being reported in the actual news reporting. So Reggie Gray was one of the individuals who jumped to defend Pickett and was caught wielding a chair in multiple videos of the brawl. As police announced that he was wanted for questioning in connection to the incident, social media users concerned over legal repercussions suggested Gray launch a legal fund through GoFundMe, one of the users wrote. Let's continue. However, a social media user pointed out that Reggie Gray's daughter had already launched a fundraiser for bail money. The fundraiser created 2 days ago by Gray's daughter, Angela McKnight, identified her father as the man wielding a chair in the video while adding that he was remorseful for his actions. So again, the GoFundMe that I shared on my community wall was the correct one. Here's the GoFundMe. This is the most recent one. It has now raised $16,572 of its $25,000 goal. And at the bottom, you'll see Angelica McKnight is organizing this fundraiser. Okay, so we're in the right. We in the right. We ain't out here. I would never do that to y'all. I would never. Don't you think I know a news reporter doing this that if I'm gonna go look for a GoFundMe, I'm gonna look for more of them. I'm gonna read through them. And, okay, this one. And it was like 5 of them that popped up. You go to GoFundMe and type in the Montgomery the brawl. 5 of them popped up. I literally read through each one like, First of all, you got one person, and I stumbled upon hers and read through it. Said, oh, this is the right one. And then I went to Google and typed it in again and it repopulated. So just know if you're making a gift to that, you're doing the right thing. I would not steer you wrong. I wouldn't. And given that this has been out in the media like this would have been taken down. Been taken down. Now, do I think he'll need bail money? I don't know. It doesn't appear as if they want to really stick him with anything. And I think what a lot of people are saying, you get you a good attorney, sir, and we'll be able to help you with this. So I think the funds will go to helping him get an attorney should charges come. But I don't think he'll be. Granted, y'all, they arrested 13 people that day doing all kind of stuff, and they let them all go. So they let all those folks go. I kind of got the impression that, I don't think too much will be stuck to him. So, Reggie, in the words of Deanna, Uncle Reg, you did that. We got your back. I definitely made a donation on behalf of the channel. We sent a little $50 in on behalf of the channel. But yeah, we got your back. We got your back. We absolutely got your back. So y'all feel compelled. I'll reshare it on my community wall. I want y'all to be. I wanted to make sure y'all knew that it was legit because I'd be concerned too. And I'd be looking at myself like, shit. Okay, here we go. What's up, my Chapman? Thank you for coming through. A twerk party for the 10 years. Okay. It will always baffle me how he truly could have avoided prison time in this entire case. Isn't it crazy? It's crazy to me too. I hope that hairline can survive. Don't start. He was lying for 2 years. Now he want to take it back. Can we also point out he and his team still didn't name who the true shooter was? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Being that they are still on. He did not do it. Hey, the real K-Fit. Good morning. He will get out before then. Oh, you think he'll get out on some like good time? They've already said he has 10 months of 306 days of credit already. Counted towards his time. Nick, good morning. Welcome. Shout out to Nick. Thank you for being here. he has to serve 85% of the time. So Buddy in there for a good 8 years. He may be the first person to give us our first virtual prison concert. Like sitting a laptop across the screen. Let me stop. I'm not Tory, justice is slow for sure. But sure. Wow, I wonder how's the world gonna be around that time when he gets out. His August Alsina assault case is still out there too. And they'll probably still call him in for that. Chains and everything. Hey Stacy, good morning. Good morning. Um wow, so they attacked another worker who was a child. Surely did. And was white too. The chair deserves an Academy Award. That chair, I'm so sick of y'all in that chair. Voodoo. They need to bronze that chair like some baby shoes. They got so many videos. I said I gotta stop. I'm gonna inundate y'all with them. Good morning. The fund should go to getting a great attorney in case he is charged. I agree. Some of the people arrested had active warrants. Now, see, I ain't even. Let me side note to my people real quick. Side note to my people. Listen, when we in team activate, jump up, and my people, white, black, if you down for the cause, all of y'all, if we down for the cause and it's time to go up, if you got a warrant, sit your ass down. The most you can do is hand me a chair, hand me a bottle, point me to the direction. You should have been out there directing. You that way, you that way. Here you go, sir. They're over there. I don't want nobody with a warrant getting themselves involved. Now you just opened your own can of worms. You got your name on paper. You probably had to give your address up. Damn. Yes, if you'd like to become a member, please feel free to do so. Is that the let me also see. Here, Bobby, copy this one too. I'm gonna put this in the chat for the mods. Because I think this the link. Let me know. Not a virtual concert. They do me on TikTok wallet. Yes, they do. Miss Queenie. I was watching Funky Deneva's video and he mentioned the owner fired everyone without even knowing the history. Is that true? I didn't recall seeing a story about that. No, I didn't see anything about that. I do know that the owner of his store basically said that he don't need us. Mind you, more details about that. The store is like 50 miles away from the location. So while we were doing all of this stuff, he's saying, well, y'all don't even shop at my store. You're not even my customer base. So I don't know if he fired everyone because they're not even close to the situation. But I'll look to see. That's a good point. I'll look to see. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready to move right along to this next story? So that's our Alabama brawl. And just in case you didn't, I do want you to be informed because we are news reporting. Check this out.
The suspects thus far have been identified as Richard Roberts, white male, 48 years old, with 2 outstanding warrants for assault, 3rd degree. Alan Todd, white male, 23 years old, 1 warrant for assault, 3rd degree. And Zachary Shipman, white male, 25 years old, 1 warrant for assault, 3rd degree. We have instructed those individuals to turn themselves into law enforcement, and as at this time, 1 is secured and in custody. The other 2 are set to turn themselves in within the next hour. We're also asking for Mr. Reggie Gray, the black male, 42 years old, who was seen wielding that folding chair, to contact the Montgomery Police Department for further interviews and as part of this investigation.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was true. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you was talking about that. Yes. That was true. That was something that I found out on Funky Deneva's, and I actually went to Twitter and saw that. The owner. But all it really was, what we saw was a person from the actual store who allegedly worked there tweeted that, and he's fired it. So everybody started commenting under that. And I don't know if he took it from that and sort of put that a part of his story, but I was still waiting for more to come out. I figured if you firing everybody, it's gonna be a news story. So I'll stay tuned. I did see that though. If you want to find it, you just type everything for my research for it. I've been typing Montgomery Riverfront Brawl into Twitter and TikTok, and everything been coming up. Now let's get into this other story. Now this next story, y'all, come on now. This is the shit I be talking about. We go through these situations as people in America. We face these privileged moments. We face these entitled moments. We face discrimination, whether you are a woman, I don't care what race you are, whether you are, we face them. And then we expect people to treat us with respect after we raise the red flag. Y'all want to get mad at this black man for his job. This entitlement. So we're here now. So I could not believe when I came across this story where we have a 16-year-old girl. Now this is, shout out to my emailer. I ain't gonna put your name out. Now here's another example of entitlement. And it's on my side this time. My side. We got a 16-year-old girl on the Greenwich F Train in middle of the daytime. And this family visiting from Reno on the train as well. Older, got two 11-year-old twins, and they're visiting their daughter who lives in the community. And they get on the train all slow, dragging their legs. I'm big, getting bad. I already see it because I see the girl. I think about it when I was in middle high school. You think you just think you bad, huh? They used to call themselves TBF in my middle school, thoroughbred females, and walk around like a gang. TBF, and the other gang was Hot Girls because Hot Boys was out at the time, Lil Wayne and Cash Money, and they called themselves Hot Girls. So it was Hot Girls versus TBF. And my mentor got the TBF clicked together and said TBF stands for to be forgotten. Okay? Not no thoroughbred females, but yeah, I see it. So you got this girl on the bus, and all of a sudden she starts picking at them, like laughing. Look at you, oh ugly ass. Look at you. Look at what the fuck, the bitch. Look at y'all see him. Now one of the girls a little uncomfortable. She like, girl, not today. Pulling a stunt like I would. Bitch, did you take your medicine? What the fuck? This was not part of the plan. Nobody told. I'll be texting a friend over there. Girl, let's move. None of that. Just sitting there complicit. So she's picking on him. Picking on him. Now the man, older man, didn't want no smoke. He decides, well, I'm going to try to joke with them because maybe they going to stop. So he goes back with them and start pointing at them and laughing. Well, 16-year-old girl didn't like that. It turned very violent, very fast, very quick. Y'all hit that like button. Take a sip of your coffee. And y'all get into this. Check this out. And caution, it may cause you some emotional trigger, but we got to talk about it. The good, the bad, and everything in between.
What the fuck you standing up for, bitch? You're not gonna do shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm not gonna do shit. I'm not gonna do
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Who the hell are you? Now, flag on the play. See, this is why this situation is a lot different than yesterday's. A lot different. Everybody would have been on the train. Sit your ass down, little girl. Little girl. None of that was going on. And I felt so bad because they needed somebody. Sit your little ass down. What the fuck you think you're going to do? That's what they needed. None of that was going on. And I felt so bad. We ain't done yet. Oh, we not done. Y'all thought we was done? So now, slap the father. This is a Korean family. They came to visit their child, doing good in college. Go ahead, girl. Doing good in college. Family wanted to come visit you. Brought the 11-year-old twins. They're riding the train. They ain't got no cars out there. They on the train already sitting. You all get on the train beating on that damn chest again. And had nerve enough to get in her face. So now you slap the father sitting there, and he just like, okay, cool. The mom trying to, no, back up, stop. The daughter who's staying there, she on the other side, like, let me just record. Lord, let me record. And the girls keep noticing her record. So to finally, the end of the scene, she walks over there. I know you're not recording, and beats the girl up pretty much. I personally say all three of the girls need to be arrested. Not just the 16. All of them need to be arrested. They all were complicit. All of them were complicit. So now this is a little graphic. This is graphic in nature. This is the warning. This is very graphic in nature. Okay. If you cannot see, similar to what the you see that eye? Well, okay. We about to see some graphicness. So be careful. If you can't watch it, let me know. This is my disclaimer to Google and YouTube. Here's my disclaimer. Okay? Y'all look at this. This makes no sense at all.
Oh, Lord. With that old lady. I'm on the F Train. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I can't because I have Layla. She was trying to argue with me. Oh, Lord. No, that shit is so fucking good. Oh my God. And there's always police right and need them. They don't play them.
Ridiculous. So the first thing I wanted to see was, well, what are they going to charge this girl with? Is this a hate crime? Are they calling this a hate crime? I was on it. I was on it. I want. Is this a hate crime? So the girl isn't charged with a hate crime. She's been charged with 2 counts of assault. 2 counts of assault leads to jail time as well, and none of her friends, just her. I'm like, damn, some friends you got. Everybody would have been called to the rug, and she was there too, and she was talking too. So now this young girl from feeling bad, and I hope this is a lesson. This is the lesson. You can go too far in thinking that you own something and you beating on your chest. You riding the train, girl. First of all, if I could just touch some young folks. Girl, it ain't no win and ride. I mean, you point A to point B. You got to make a statement on the train. There's so many other places to make a statement. This older woman, remember, she's visiting her family. Face bloodied and beat in. 16-year-old. I know the parents got to be embarrassed. And I'm going to go one step further. Given the fact that she did it so publicly and was so careless about it and didn't care, that leads me to believe that this is a behavior with a pattern. She's been doing this shit. She's been the main bully. And you can see the friends are like going so far, but not going as far as her, and had the audacity to fight somebody because they're recording you. Let me go with these damn fruit flies. Recording you. Yeah, you need a good, you definitely need some good discipline. You need some good discipline. You need somebody that's going to write that. Because all I see is a future of jail for you. You had the right girl that day. You had the right girl. I can't believe it. I felt so bad for that woman. I'm sitting here thinking like, really? Are you kidding me? Hey, Bone Girl, good morning. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Yes, Miss Karen. They need a good switch. Samaya. She need a whooping and anger management. I wonder if she's a bully on her. She probably is. And is that her name, Samaya? Because they didn't put her name in the article. I kept looking like, what is this child's name? Who raised that thing? I'm trying to tell you, family of 6 rocks. What up? What up? Lesson learned. Zap, what's popping? Good morning to you. It was so unnecessary picking at a family who did nothing to you at all. She gonna meet her match one day. She's been doing this, and I would go as far as to say her parents exhibit the same behaviors or they're non-existent in her life. I agree. It's the way she's jumping up like she can't be handled. Baby, that would have been mine. I'm going to jail. She was too comfortable being the aggravator. They said Samaya when she rushed. Oh, Samaya, you're right. You be on it. You right. Yeah, way too comfortable. Way too comfortable. Now this footage is out here, girl. You are an attacker. You're known, and you don't help the cause. Because now another incident added to the hate crimes against Asian Americans that a 16-year-old black girl has contributed to. We can no longer start saying that we're not a part of that. You had no fucking reason to bother this family. None. Can you imagine if that was your mom and your dad and two 11-year-old twins in Korea on the train there, and some badasses just walking past like you, and just do that. Do that. Can you imagine that? You probably can't. You so tough. You need to spend some time. I don't know. You need to probably spend some time either on a damn Ryan pulling that shit, South Side, Chicago, or you need to come over on North Avenue in Baltimore and try some shit like that. I promise you. And those girls will be much younger than you, and they will give you that work. I promise you. You'll get that work. That's a guaranteed fact. You thought you cared. Girl, some of these sentences need to be released their ass into a neighborhood somewhere. For real, for real. So we got her. She's been arrested. She turned her own self in. Now, let's continue. So we have this young girl named Sarabi Medina. It's coming to us out of, I think it's Park Forest, Illinois. So Sarabi was outside. Now, okay, she was outside 9:30 p.m. at night, 9-year-old girl. Her father was outside. He was talking to three guys in a car, right? He was talking to three guys, and one of the guys gave the 9-year-old girl some money to go buy some ice cream from this ice cream truck. So here I go. First thing I said, wait a minute. The ice cream trucks be running around at 9:30 at night? That's how you know the economy is fucked up. Y'all serving ice cream at 9:30 at night? You mean to tell me ain't nobody called and told her to shut that shit off? Don't come over here doing that shit at 9:30. I'm just on some real shit. No jokes aside. Say no to the ice cream truck at 9:30 at night. Anyways, so she walked over to the truck after getting this money, and her father heard a gunshot ring out. So he instantly told his daughter, go in an apartment, get your scooter and go in an apartment. And as she's getting her scooter to go in an apartment, this man walks up to her casually, toot, 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 shoots her point blank in the middle of her head. 9-year-old girl. His reason, all these kids over there are too loud. It's been too noisy. I've told them, keep it down. You worried about the kid? What about the ice cream truck? I expected him to walk over to the ice cream truck next. You worried about the kids? Nigga, it's the ice cream truck. That's the source. So instantly, girl falls to the ground. Father runs over to the man, subdues the man, get him to the ground. The man ended up pulling the gun again and shoots his own self in the eye. That's the picture you see on the main screen as the thumbnail. Shoots himself in the eye. This jackass. And so we find ourselves here. Now, get this, y'all. That's not really the reason why I wanted to talk about this. This is why. 4 years ago, okay, Sarabi's mom, this man's wife, got shot and killed in the same spot, the same way their daughter died. I said, you can't make that shit up. I said, they stayed in the same area still? So apparently the mother had been unloading groceries out of her car, walking into her apartment, and got shot. Blank point. Woman 29 dies 3 days after Austin shooting. A 29-year-old woman has died 3 days after being shot in their neighborhood. About 3:55 p.m. Friday, Miranda Blanca and a 40-year-old man were sitting in the block. Someone shot her in the head. The man suffered a gunshot wound to his left shoulder when he grabbed the shooter, who was able to get away and ran off. Police said Blanca was taken to Stroger, and the man was taken to Mount Sinai, where his condition was stabilized. Now, that's the father. Father ended up being okay, but the mom died. And They continue to live here. Continue to live here over the next 4 years. And then the same kind of situation happens to your daughter at the same house, nearly the same area. I said, that has got to be so traumatizing. You don't even, first of all, I would have been moved. That dangerous insecurity. I don't know what the economic circumstances are of the family, but I would have been out of there. Are you kidding me? For real, for real. I said, oh my fucking God. So neighbor charged with murder of 9-year-old girl after reportedly saying she was too loud. He faces first-degree murder charges in the killing of Sarabi Medina, who was killed near her home Saturday night. Crew. I was reading this morning, and I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Until I got to the end part. Well, 4 years ago, her mother, I said, wait, I clicked the link to go to the other story. I said, what were the signs? A lot of the crime, what were the signs? What were the signs? What were the signs? This man should have moved. Baby, you should have moved. Baby, you should have moved. Yeah, you should have moved. Yeah, you should have moved. Yeah, you should have moved. Hey, crew, y'all hit that like button. I want to share this footage with y'all. And shout out to y'all for being here with me this morning.
And today, the man accused of shooting and killing a 9-year-old girl will.
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking y'all watching it. I didn't share it.
Yes, so we know the suspect. And today, the man accused of shooting and killing a 9-year-old girl will be in court. We first told you about this horrible story in Portage Park over the weekend.
CBS 2's Mugo Digwe live outside the Layton Criminal Courthouse this morning, where today's hearing will take place. Mugo.
Yeah, so we know the suspect and accused killer in this case was also shot. At last check, he is still under police monitor at the hospital, but he will appear virtually in court today from his hospital bed. Now, just yesterday, a vigil was held for the little girl that he is accused of killing. She's been identified as Sarabi, just 9 years old. The shooting was on Saturday night around 9:30. Police say a neighbor, 43-year-old Michael Goodman, shot and killed that little girl in front of her home. According to her family, it was just moments after she bought some ice cream and rode her scooter. They tell us it was her father who charged at Goodman, disarming him. Goodman himself was also shot in that incident, hospitalized with a gunshot wound ahead of court today. We heard from family members who showed up for yesterday's vigil.
Sarabi was a beautiful, young, vibrant little girl. She was friendly. She always smiled. She was kind. She was full of life. She had her whole life ahead of her.
Today's court hearing is set for 11 this morning, and we'll, of course, keep you updated on what comes out of it. We're live.
Sorry, I had my on mute. I keep y'all updated as well on what's going on in this story. This is just the craziest thing to me. Of course, what the man did was wrong. He shouldn't have been shooting nobody because it was too loud. You should call who the fuck are you? Call the police. But I think 2020, like looking at this, I definitely think the answer to the situation, the living situation, was there. And I saw in the chat, that finances may have kept them there. That's a lot of the reason why there's concentrated violence in certain communities, because economics make it perfect for violence. May not have been able to afford moving. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Some of the craziest thing ever. Now, whew, before we get into this last story, y'all, this last story, this is one for the books. This is definitely one for the books. One for the books. But before I get into this last story, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for being here this morning. Shout y'all out real quick. Tell y'all I appreciate y'all. Feels good. We made it through a couple of stories this morning. Had a good little conversation. Please hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button. Feel free to become a member and be a part of the crew. You know, we always talking about any and everything over here. So this last story, Rashad Trice is his name, 26 years old. Let me tell y'all about this story before I give y'all any facts. So Rashad Trice, 26 years old, on July 2nd, right? Around 11:19 p.m., he was beating the shit out of his girlfriend in front of her two kids, a 1-year-old boy who has been unidentified and a 2-year-old girl named Wyatt Cole, beating her. And so she tried to defend herself. So she got a knife and stabbed him. Well, he took the knife from her and stabbed her multiple times. So at this point, she got up, ran up out the house. She ran up out the house and she went to her mom who lives close by to call 911. So they call 911. 911 goes with her and them to the house. They get to the house. The man is not there, Rashad, and the 2-year-old girl. She's not there either. But he left the 1-year-old boy. But the 2-year-old girl is gone. So at this point, they realize also he's taken the girl's mother's car. She let her hold the car, and she had the car parked at her house with the keys in the house. Well, he took the car too. So once they realized he was in the car and probably had the 2-year-old girl, they got the plates and they started having the police look around. So on July 3rd, they spotted the vehicle. They spotted him. And they pulled him over. And they're like, yeah, we spotted him, but we have no visual on the girl. But we see blood in the car, and there's blood all over this pink phone charging cord. So he gets arrested. He gets taken into jail. But during that same period in time, as they're starting to pull the story together, they got his phone. And they going through his phone, and he's got a text message from his dad. What happened to the girl? He texts his dad back. She's gone. So on July 5th, they find the body of 2-year-old Winter. And the mother, of course, she's hysterical. You know, she doesn't really have too much to say about the situation at this point in time. The mother is saying that he also sexually assaulted that girl. So now we're all sitting here waiting on an autopsy report, more stuff to come out that details this. All we know right now is she's died by strangulation. He strangled her with that cord and beat the little girl. And they found her body thrown in an alley. Threw the little girl in the alley. And so the funniest thing about this is he got arrested. When he got arrested and pulled over by the police officers, when they pulled him over, he got out the car, no care, none at all. He told them, I don't know her. I don't know where she at. She was with her mom last time I saw her. I don't know anything about that. Blood all over him. I don't know nothing about that. So check this out. This is him driving erratically on the road once they realize he's in this car. Okay? Once they realize he's in this car, the police spot him. This is where this footage picks up. We see him swerving, crash. We see the police pull him out the car, and we hear him talk about what he's finna say. So I want y'all to see this. Check this out. Yes, at the right point.
To find the 2-year-old.
098, yep, that's it.
It's at Maple and Little Mac where the suspect crashes into a police car and comes to a stop.
Hands up!
Get a crash. After the driving the patrol vehicle, got him at gunpoint. This is the vehicle. This is the vehicle.
Inside the vehicle, 26-year-old Rashad Trice. Bleeding from the crash, officers pulled Trice out of the car.
Keep him out of there. Hey, don't move! Don't move! Move! Do not move! Give me your hands! You won't get shot! Hands! Put your hands out now! Get your hands out! Put your hands out! Grab his hands. Hey, he has something in his hands.
I couldn't even. I wanted y'all to hear him talk. I just couldn't even take it anymore. I couldn't even go through it anymore. So that's the moment he pulls himself out. He gets pulled out of the car, and they find the girl. They find the girl a day later after having questioning this man. After him then coming up with coming forward with where he disposed of her body. So he's now he's being charged with, what is he being charged with? Is it arraigned on federal charges Monday, according to the U.S. attorney? I just want to know what the charges were. Okay. He pleaded not guilty to kidnapping resulting in death, which carries a potential death sentence as punishment, and kidnapping a minor, which contains a life prison sentence if convicted. Yeah, he needs to be. He needs the death sentence. First of all, here we go again. These situations where we have children around these abusive situations, and they're watching their mother or father be beat mercifully. We don't know if this was the first time or the second time or the third time. We don't know how many times they've witnessed this. This could have been normal behavior for them. The only thing I keep going through in my mind is the mom must have been hurt so bad physically that she thought it was the only best thing for me to do was to leave and leave my babies in here. That's the only thing I kept thinking. Like, it must have been really, really bad, because I would have had to run the risk of getting my babies and running up out of there. I would have. Open the door and push them out. Run, go, run, go. But things are different. You never know. I struggle with trying to figure out a reason as to, but she has to live with that. Whatever guilt that may come from that, she has to live with that. Whatever comes from that. Now, this man, clearly he should have been locked the fuck up. He should have been in jail. Been locked up. Been in jail. I'm sure once more details come out, he has an extensive rap history. Should have been locked up. But, love does what it does, and it takes its course with people. So we find ourselves here. And so damn. Oh, I see what it is. Damn coffee. He grabbed their gun and lived. Ain't that something? Crying like a bitch. I cannot. He's a sick. Yes, all these ladies stop letting these motherfuckers around your kids. So he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was her boyfriend. I'm sorry. Stick around. I hope I brighten your mood up. Demons are running rampant. A special place in hell. Absolutely. I hope he gets street justice or the death sentence. My bad. So tragic. So we find ourselves here. Rest in peace to this young little girl, Winter Cole. Rest in peace to you, baby. I'm so sorry you had to leave the world this way. And I hope he really does get the justice he deserves. Death sentence. Sit your ass on death sentence, on a whole death sentence. And so that's what I have for you all today. Now, I did not want to end on a sad note. So I told y'all I've been going to see my baby more often than I should. Because I'm the co-parent now. We both parents, and that's the way they structure it. And so they'll be like, "You coming over to see him today?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not coming." And it's been beautiful. So I went the other day, and so I said, "Let me make a little video for my crew family." So y'all, here's my baby. Y'all check him out. Look at that. All of this property. Hey, where you going? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I missed you too. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Baby, we ran through that whole yard. They got acres of yard. We were just running. I'm like, let me get my cardio in. So we was just running. And it was good. He missed me. He jumped right on me, started licking my face. Stacy, it happened in Lansing, Michigan. Are you fucking kidding me? Lansing, Michigan. But yeah, I missed him. He missed me too. Okay, paying some child support. So you have to pay child support, bro, man. Okay. They don't want nothing. They didn't want none of his stuff. They wanted just the food so they can get him on some different food. I mean, they feed their dog raw, like food. They go get it from a farm. And so they're trying to get Eli on that. And they keep calling me saying, "What you think will help him eat it?" And I'm like, sprinkle some cheese on it. And it works. So that's been the greatest thing. It's been like, he right down there. Like, I literally just go down there and just chill with him. So I'll probably go see him again this weekend before I get out of town. Yes, Jack Russells have so much energy. It's crazy. Oh, he looks happy. So happy. Sweet little prince. He is, y'all. He is. My babies would have left first and tell them to run, but I can't and don't know that's just a state of mind. Okay. Miss Toby, thank you. You on the same wavelength. I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, I know I would have tried to run to that door and open it and just threw them. Go. Just go. But again, we don't know her state of mind. And so that was my show for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. We covered a lot of different things, and we have to have local news stories where it's like this. Sometimes local news will have political stories where we're talking about breaking down things that are going on in society, bureaucracy, and the Democrats and the votes and the Republicans and every other thing in the world. And then we have shows where we got to talk about these finite crimes and how they all add up. How Monday we were talking about privilege, based on the brawl. And then we're here, another whole privilege situation with the girl on the train. So it's so funny how some of these stories are interwoven. And I think we really should talk about them and be able to tell the difference. And so that's why I titled today's, "Are you serious right now?" In everybody's situation. What do you mean you're going to shoot the little girl because of the noise? Are you kidding me? That's not your job. Again, here we go. So I left y'all on. I wanted to leave y'all on that. And until next time, crew. I really do appreciate y'all for being here. I really do. You did the right thing for sure. Yeah. And now it's starting to feel good. I was so worried, like I'm not gonna see my baby and blah blah blah. And I mean, they text me all the time. I got a long text message yesterday because the daughter wanted to send me this video because Eli was taking his treat and throwing it around the room, and he would take his treat and stuff it under covers. And so she was trying to send me a video. So she's like, "Hey, here's a video. I keep trying to send it, but it's not working." Such a cutie he is. For some reason, it's not sending the video. I'll try again later. And I said, "Okay." I ain't get no video yet. So thank you, Miss Toby. Thank y'all. Thank you. Yes, drop some crowns on y'all way out. Yes, that'll be dope. Drop some crowns on y'all way out. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back again. Y'all already know how it goes. I'll be back again. New subscribers, welcome to the family. If you want to send me some stories or anything you want me to talk about, feel free. You can find me on all social media platforms at King Roman News or at Roman L. Jackson. You can find it in the description box. And until next time, crew. Until next time, be blessed, stress free. Deuces.
Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
let's go, let's go. Ow, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m.